BBC Radio Lincolnshire, Hope and Glory. Lincoln City, comfortable victory tonight. Mark Kennedy, head coach, joined us pitch side. Mark must be delighted with what you saw tonight.
Yeah, very pleased. Thought we were excellent tonight. First 15 minutes started really well. I thought the worst thing that happened to us was scoring, and I thought we lost our way. Started doing things I didn't want us to do. Once we got to half time, it was just reminders about the processes and the key points in and out of possession, and I thought the second half we were awesome. On and off the ball, some really good passages of play, structurally very good out of possession, and then there was lots of key points which I'm sure you're going to come to in a minute, so I'll let you ask the questions first.
We'll start with Charlie Kendall's goal. Is that a typical Charlie Kendall goal, a tap in and being in the right position in the right time?
100%. And I'm trying to make a point to players like, I will come back to Charlie Kendall, but Anthony Scully's quite renowned for tucking inside and scoring in top. I said the thing that's most impressive for me with Anthony was where he scored his goal. The cutting inside and bending one in the top corner, you might get 3 or 4 of them, but you'll get 15 tap in. So going back to Charlie, we spend a lot of time on that, on finishing positions. So yeah, it is a typical Charlie goal, but it's a skill in itself to all. It's not by luck you find yourself in there all the time. Again, Charlie, I thought Charlie was excellent tonight, but again, the worst thing that happened was him scoring the goal. But actually, we're talking about affecting the game and affecting centre halves. And if you look at the second goal, it's his run down the side that starts it. That gives Teddy the opportunity to come inside. It's Charlie's run is the big thing, I think. It's a stunning goal from Teddy. And then he affects the centre half of the third goal. So not everybody will see it, but Charlie played a massive part in 3 goals tonight. But everybody will walk away and go, Charlie scored. But it's the other 2 things that are really important to me as well.
You touched on Ted Bishop and his second goal. I know you've always been excited to work with Ted and try and get his potential out of him. And tonight, does that show what you could get out of him on a regular basis, hopefully?
Yeah, look, Teddy's he's an incredible talent. People are too quick to jump on, he doesn't finish games and stuff like that, but Teddy wants to play more than anybody. Teddy was desperate to play tonight. He was originally down to play 45 minutes, but he wants to stay on, he wants to finish games, and he's had an amazing pre-season, a brilliant pre-season. He's worked his socks off, and we just have to be careful. We have to nurture his body, take care of him, wrap him up in cotton wool. It's just the way Teddy's made, it's not a problem. A brilliant talent, and he showed that tonight.
A clean sheet as well. I'm sure that pleases you just as much as the 3 goals.
Yeah, look, we need to score goals to win games. But the big thing for me tonight is we need to change the mindset of other teams that I think everybody thinks they'll just roll us over. Young, small, not physical. And I said to the guys before the game, we have to change that mentality. Danny was very complimentary to us on Saturday about that. But I said to him tonight, we have to run over Doncaster. And I think from a physical point of view, that was very impressive. Clean sheet was really important. That's really important to us. You have to have a foundation to build on. So lots of pluses tonight.
The only negative would be Adam Jackson coming off with the injury. What's the latest with him?
I'm hoping it's good news because it was a dead leg. He's not pulled a muscle or anything like that. So we'll wait and see how that is tomorrow. One thing I would like to say, just in case you don't ask me, a huge big plus for us tonight was the homegrown players. We have Jovan, Sean, Morgan in particular, because Morgan is 50 kilos wet through, but he's had an amazing pre-season, and we don't just throw lads on for minutes. It's not an academy exercise. The people who play have to warrant on playing on merit, and that was really evident from what they've done so far. So that was a big plus for us, for our club, for our academy, having the opportunity to give those guys minutes, but it's done on merit, nothing else.
And they're going to be needed, aren't they? It's a busy period. You've obviously, the light of tonight, you'll have another game to slot into what's going to be a busy August and September.
Yeah, I think the first 6 weeks is an extreme amount of games, which we all know about. So I think the squad will get stretched, the squad will get tested, and we will need everybody.
Any preference of who you'd like in the draw? Would you like a lower league opposition, a Premier League side? What would you fancy?
I don't get involved in that because I cannot physically affect the draw, so I just don't get involved in that.
Who would you like?
Real Madrid.
I don't think they enter at this stage. Just finally, always got to ask you, transfers, latest?
Yeah, we'll have some. I don't know whether I'm allowed to say we'll hopefully have one done in the morning. So that'll be really important to us. I keep saying we're working hard, so hopefully tomorrow morning will be announced by the club. That's above my remit to be telling you guys that if you speak to Jez. And the last thing I would like to say is a huge thank you to the fans tonight. 25% of the crowd here was Ayr fans. Amazing for them to come out in their droves. I know it's not easy. It's a night-time game. People up for work a lot, and I know it's a short travel, but it's a long travel. So really, really grateful for that. And I think the show of appreciation from them to us and us to them was another good reminder of what we're trying to do. So thank you to them as well.
Wonderful. Mark, well done, sir.
Cheers.
That's Mark Kennedy.
I've just got one more, mate. It was just going to be about the fans again. We've over 1,000 here tonight. 2 more local away games coming up. Do you have a message to get them back out again coming up?
Just to say how grateful we are. It doesn't go unnoticed. I think you see by the players how they, as soon as the game's finished, they're not going over, on their own individually. It's a collective thing. And it felt like a home game tonight, not just in terms of the numbers, but the only people I could hear singing tonight was Ayr fans. And it's not because we're 3-0 up, it's because of what they can see the lads are doing on the pitch, and it's a dual thing. And we're incredibly grateful for them. We can heavily recognise the impact they're having on us. So a huge thank you from all of us.